This is kind of interesting as well. This is from More for You, Cleveland. And so 120 games allowed over that span. And, again, this is a pretty good defensive basketball team that, again, trying to figure out how everybody fits in. And that'll show up more on defense, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I also think that there are some realities that the Cavs are going to have to overcome when it comes to their defense. And one of those is the fact that they've got two non-traditional undersized guards. If you go back to the game against the Golden State Warriors Friday night, late in the game, when the Golden State Warriors needed to execute, when it was a possession-for-possession game, and they had to show their experience, and they had to go out and execute, what'd they do? They picked on Darius Garland. And I think teams are going to continue to pick on Darius. And I think they're going to continue to try and pick on Donovan Mitchell as well, because they're not going to try and test Jared Allen and Evan Mobley and Dean Wade if he's out there on the perimeter, or maybe even Isaac Okoro. There are weak points of this Cavs defense, just like the Phoenix Suns have weak points on their defense, and the Milwaukee Bucks and any other quality team that you want to bring up. There are weak points that can be exploited. The question is, how do the Cavs overcome those? And I think it's something that they're still trying to figure out. They believe that it can work with Darius and Donovan together in the backcourt because they have two all-defensive type players anchoring the defense, and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. But when one of those guys isn't out there on the court, it becomes a little bit more difficult for the Cavs to defend at that high level that they're going to want to defend at. I would say the fact that they're still top 5 in defensive rating for the season with a non-traditional undersized backcourt speaks to some of the schemes that they've devised and just how good Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are when it comes to protecting.
Yeah, and the guys want to play defense. That's not always the case, but you can tell those guys do want to play defense.